Let's go to page 475. And this is for addition and subtractions. So for number 2, you got 4 square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 2. Now you want to treat this as like a variable. So if you have like a 4x plus 3x will give you 7x. Okay? So you need to have so treat this as like a label or the variable. So you need to have the same label or same radicands to able to add. Okay, number 4, you have 5 square root of a minus square root of a. So you got 5 square root minus 1 square root, so you end up with 4 square roots. Okay? So you get 5 of these minus 1 of these, you get 4. Okay, number 6. Okay, I'm going to write a little bit differently. So it's 4 square root of 3 over 3 minus square root of 3 over 3. Okay? So first, when you have fraction, you have to check for common denominator. So you have common denominator, so you can add or subtract. So you got 4 square root minus 1 square root, so you get 3 square root. Okay? So you get 4 square root of 3 minus 1 square root of 3, you get 3 square root of 3. And the 3 will cancel out, so your answer will be just square root of 3. Okay, number 8. You have 3 times 4 square root of 7 plus square root of 7. So you have to do the multiplication first. So this will give you 12 square root of 7 plus square root of 7. So now you got 12 of these plus 1 of these will give you 13 of these, right? So it will be 13 square root of 7. Okay, let's go to number 10. You have square root of 16 plus square root of 6. Okay, so you need to simplify each of these. So this one becomes 4. And that's all you can do. You cannot do any more after that. Okay? So you can do not add this together because this is an integer, this is a radicand. They are different kind of things. See, number 12, you got square root of 32 plus square root of 32. So what you need to do, you have to simplify. So 32, okay, go off to the side. So divide by 2, you're going to get 16. Divide by 2, you get 8. Divide by 2, you get 4. Divide by 2, you get 2. So you're going to get 4 square root of 2. Or another way to do this is you break it down into 16 and 2, into 16 and 2. So you get 4 square root of 2. See, that's your 4. By 2 times 2 give you 4 square root of 2. Okay, so you can do it either way. So now you got 4 square root of 2 plus 4 square root of 2 will give you 8 square root of 2. Okay, so you can think of this as like a variable, right? You got 4x plus 4x, so it becomes 8x. Okay. Number 14, you got square root of 52 minus square root of 13. So go up to the side, so 52 divided by 2, you get 26, divided by 2, you get 13. So this 2 radicand becomes an integer 2, and this will be a square root of 13. Okay, so now you got 2 square root of 13 minus 1 square root of 13. So you got 2 of these minus 1 of that, you're going to get 1 left over. Okay, so it will be just square root of 13. Okay, number 16, you have square root of 90 minus square root of 54. Okay, so again, you can go up to do this method, or you can just take out the perfect square. So I'm going to break into square root of 9 and square root of 10. And this one I'm going to do square root of 9, square root of 6. So when you simplify, you get 3 square root of 10 minus 3 square root of 6. Now, in order to add or subtract, you need to have the same radicand. So these are different kind of things. So you cannot do anything. Think of this like x, this is like y. So you got 3x minus 3y. So you cannot really combine them. Okay, and so that's it. Okay, let's go to number 18. Number 18, you have 3 square root of 2 plus square root of 8. So you need to simplify the 8, the square root of 8. So divide by 2, you get 4. Divide by 2, you get 2. So these 2 radicands make an integer, and the left over will be square root of 2. Okay, so you can go up to the side, you can do that. Now you got 3 square root of 2 plus 2 square root of 2 will give you 5 square root of 2. Okay, number 20, you got 3 square root of 24 minus square root of 54. Okay, so again, you can go off to the side, or you can do the perfect square method either way. So 24 divided by 2, I get 12. Divided by 2, I get 6. Divided by 2, I get 3. So this comes out. So this 3 is over here, and the 2 comes from here, and I got square root of 6. Now 54, okay, divided by 2, I get 27. Divided by 3, I get 9. Divided by 3, I get 3. So this comes out as an integer, right? 2 right, it can make an integer. Left over would be square root of 6. So now I get 3 times 2 is 6. So 6 square root of 6 minus 3 square root of 6 will become, so 6 minus 3 will become 3. Okay? Again, do it step by step, so to help you to avoid careless mistakes. Okay, number 22. You have 4 square root of 27 minus 3 square root of 12. So I can go to, so this one number is kind of fairly easy, so I'm just going to break it down. So I get 4, so I'm going to break into square root of 9, square root of 3. Right? I can try to get perfect square out of there, right? And this one I'm going to do square root of 4, square root of 3. So when I simplify, so this is going to be 3, and this would be a 2. And when I multiply, I get 12 square root of 3 minus 6 square root of 3. So 12 minus 6 is 6. So 6 square root of 3 would be the answer. Okay, let's go to 24. So I get square root of 1 over square root of 3 plus square root of 12. So you have to kind of simplify each one as you go. So this one, again, you cannot have a, you're not allowed to have a square root on the denominator. So I'm going to multiply by square root of 3 over square root of 3. Okay. So on this one, I get square root of 3 over 3. Okay. This one, I'm going to break it down into square root of 4, square root of 3. So from here, I get 2 square root of 3. Okay. Now I have a fraction. So in order to add fraction, I need to get common denominator. So this is like over 1. So to get common denominator, I need to get the common denominator of 3, right? So from here, I stay the same. From here, I need to multiply by 3. So it becomes 6 square root of 3. So this becomes 7 square root of 3 over 3. Okay, number 26. Got square root of 45 minus square root of 4 over square root of 5. So simplify each one as you go. Okay, so square root of 45 can divide by 3, so you get 15. Divide by 3, I get 5, so it comes out. Or you can break it into square root of 9, square root of 5. Okay, and you can simplify as you go. So this becomes 3 square root of 5 minus, now this one again, you cannot have a square root on the bottom. So give yourself a lot of space to work. So I need to multiply by square root of 5 over square root of 5. So I end up with 2 square root of 5 over 5. Now, to add fraction, I need to get common denominator, so I'm going to put over 1. So my common denominator would be 5, right? So from here to here, I need to multiply by 5, so I get 15 square root of 5. And this one stays the same. So when I subtract, 15 minus 2 will give me 13. 13 over 5. 5. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 28. Okay, so 28. Again, the way you're going to write, you want to separate the top from the bottom. So you're going to write down 8 square root of 3 over 6 over square root of 16 plus square root of 48. Okay, so that's going to simplify each one. So this one is 8 square root of 3. Square root of 16 is 4. Okay, and this one I go off to the side. So I get 2, 24, 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3. So this is a 2, this is a 2. So 2 times 2 give me a 4, so it would be 4 square root of 3. Okay, and now before you get to the common denominator, notice 4 and 8 can cancel out. Divide by 4. So I end up with 2 square root of 3 plus 4 square root of 3. So I get 6 square root of 3. Okay, let's go to number 30. So you can separate the top from the bottom. So I get 5 square root of 1 over square root of 5 minus square root of 9 over square root of 20. Okay? So to simplify this, I need to multiply by square root of 5, square root of 5. Okay? So I get 5 square root of 5 over 5 minus, okay, the square root of 9 is 3. This one over here, I can go off to the side. So you want to simplify, go off to the side to do minus steps. So simplify this, divide by 2, I get 10, divide by 2, I get 5. So this would be 2 square root of 5. Okay, so this cancels out. Now again, not allowed to have square root on the bottom, so multiply by square root of 5 times square root of 5. So I get square root of 5 minus 3 square root of 5 over, now this will give me a 5 times 2 will give me a 10. Okay, so now you have to add fractions. So put over 1, so I get common denominator of 10. So from here to here, I need to multiply by 10. So I get 10 square root of 5, and this would be 3 square root of 5. So when I subtract, I get 7 square root of 5 over 10. Okay, let's go to number 32. Okay, so 3 square root of 5 over square root of 2 plus square root of 20 minus 5 square root of 1 over square root of 10. Okay, so again, to simplify, I need to multiply by square root of 2, square root of 2. So again, when you do this, right, go and do it right away before you go on, because if you do each one, then you try to write, you may lose track. So this will become 3 square root of 10 over 2. Okay, this one you can go off to the side. So square root of 20, you can break it down to square root of 4, square root of 5. So it becomes 2 square root of 5. Okay? So you want to kind of, don't clutter up your, you know, with little steps. This one over here, you can multiply by square root of 10, square root of 10. So you get 5 square root of 10 over 10. And then again, you can cancel things out. You get 1 and 2. Okay, so let's tidy up things a little bit. So you got 3 square root of 10 over 2 plus 2 square root of 5 minus square root of 10 over 2. Okay, now notice this is different from the others. So only one you can combine would be this 2 over here. This one has different radicand, so you cannot do anything. So 3 minus 1, so this already have a common denominator already. So 3 minus 1 will give you 2, so it will be 2 square root of 10 over 2 plus 2 square root of 5. And then the 2 cancel out, so your answer would be square root of 10 plus 2 square root of 5. Okay, let's go to number 34. Okay, number 34, you got 8 plus 5 square root of 2, and this one cannot be done. Nothing can be done already, so this is it already. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 36. You have 8 minus 4 square root of 44. So you can go ahead and break it down into square root of 4, square root of 11. So it becomes 8 minus, now square root of 4, okay, let's do this. Let's do it step by step so you can follow. So this becomes 8 minus 8 square root of 11. Okay, okay, let's go to number 38. Number 38, you have negative. So when you have this kind of problem, you want to separate the two parts. So go and separate the two parts already. So as you copy the problem, go and do that already, so you don't waste time to do it exactly like that. Okay, so this one you can divide by 2, so you get 4 and 3, so negative 3 over 4 plus. Now this one over here, again, you can 48. Okay, you can break it into divide by 2, you get 24. Divide by 2, you get 12. Divide by 2, you get 6. Divide by 2, you get 3. Okay, so this becomes 4 square root of 3 over 8. Okay, and you simplify, divide by 4, so your answer would be negative 3 over 4 plus square root of 3 over 2, and that's it. Okay, number 40. So again, I'm going to separate the two parts already. So I get 6 over 4 minus square root of 80 over 4. So this one I can divide by 2. So I get 3 over 2 minus, I can none up everything. Okay, so square root of 80, I can separate into square root of 16 and 5. Okay, or you can do these. Okay, either way, again, you can use either method, whichever is easier. Okay, so this comes out to be 4 square root of 5, or you can do it from here, right? So either method, you're going to get 4 square root of 5. Okay, and then the 4 and 4 cancel out, so your answer would be 3 over 2 minus square root of 5. Okay, okay, let's go to number 42. So you can separate the two terms, make things a lot easier to do. So this one cancel, so it would be negative 1. And square root of 32, I'm going to break into 16 and 2, so I get 4 square root of 2. So this is going to become 4 square root of 2 over 10. So again, you do the minus step on the side so you don't lose track of what you're doing. Then you can divide by 2. So you get negative 1 minus 2 square root of 2 over 5. Okay, and that's it. Okay, go to 44. Again, separate the two would be a lot easier to do. Okay, so undo your common denominator. This one cannot do anything to it. Now, square root of 18 can separate into square root of 9 and square root of 2, so become 3 square root of 2. So do it off on the side. So this becomes 3 square root of 2, right? And the bottom is 2. Okay, and that's it. That's all you can do.